Welcome back everyone, and today I'm going to be doing my first keyboard build video for the channel. So I wanted to start it out with something pretty simple and easy, which is the Canon Keys Practice V2. I mentioned this in my last video, so if you want to go check it out, feel free. It's on my channel. I'm not going to link it below. I'm kind of lazy, but getting right to it. The Canon Keys Practice V2 is a really good set if you were looking just to getting into soldering. The V1 is a little more difficult. You have to solder all the diodes and components onto the PCB, but with the V2, the PCB that it comes with, all you have to do is just solder the switches. And speaking of switches, we have the Alpacas, and I've been falling in love with this switch. It's really smooth and feels amazing to type on, as well as the sound is really good. The stabilizer kit I'm going to be using is from Prime Keyboards. It's a 6.25U spacebar kit, and it's made by Durock. Super clean, and it was actually really nice. I'm pretty much here just going to go ahead and check the wire and make sure everything is straight, nothing got warped, but nothing was really in need of any type of unwarping or bending back into place. Everything was really straight, so that was very convenient. Durock always tends to make some very quality products. This part of the video is a little bit out of line. I actually did lube the stabilizers before lubing the wires, so just keep that in mind. Usually you want to do your stabilizers first, and it just makes the whole process a little bit easier. But I am using Krytox 205 grade 2. Grade 0 was sold out at the time, and I didn't want to wait. I did buy some, so probably in the next video I will be using 205 grade 0, which is usually a little better quality. 205 grade 2 is a little bit stiff, but it works well either way. If you do want to get a little less stiffness in grade 2, you could always add some 105, which is like an oil essentially. But I got screw-in stabilizers, so I essentially just screwed them into the PCB. I didn't get O-rings. I really should have got O-rings because it could dampen the sound. Sometimes there is a little bit of an audible ping with stabilizers, which you want to try and reduce because it always makes the keyboard sound better. So I didn't have O-rings, and I should have gotten O-rings also for the case, but you'll see that later. I was testing the spacebar there. I went ahead and tested all the mods and added the switches. I will be doing a sound test later on, but I had music going on in the background, so I can't play that in this video because I don't want to get a copyright claim. So there will be another video when I am doing a sound test of the keyboard when it's fully built. But I added all these switches in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and solder them all in, which is kind of an annoying process because I didn't have a fan. As you can see, a lot of that solder smoke is going right into my face, and even though I had my mask on, it really wasn't helping. And if it wasn't getting into my mask, it was getting into my eyes. So when you are soldering, make sure you try and at least have some airflow directed away from your face. That really helps with soldering in. It's not very pleasant to have all that smoke going directly into your face. So I finished soldering all the switches onto the PCB, and I went ahead and added the standoffs on the bottom plate, and all I have to do now is screw in the top plate to the standoffs, and it's really easy to do, especially with this Canon Keys Practice V2. It's made to be like a very minimalist DIY board, so nothing's very difficult in terms of putting it all together. And I didn't have an Allen key on me. They are like the Allen key heads for the screws, but I went ahead and just did that at finger tightness, and it's fine because I want to go ahead and add O-rings onto those screws later, so no need for it to be super tight now. I went ahead and added some blank keycaps I had laying around, and I didn't actually have enough to fill up this whole board, so I had to use these it's kind of a meme, but I had to use these Ahegao keycaps that I had just to fill up some blank spaces. One thing I didn't have was a 1.75 unit keycap, which is required for the right hand shift button, which is just kind of an oddity for this keyboard. Not all keyboards have that same layout, but unfortunately I didn't have it, so I kind of had to MacGyver a smaller keycap in that space, which you'll see here in a second. But that is pretty much the end of this video. I will be doing a sound test video in the future, so if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining the Discord. The link is in the description below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.